Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you're new, welcome to the family. Okay, so today you guys, we're going to be doing a frontal wig install. This hair was provided by my client. Okay, you guys, so as you can see, I'm starting to braid her down now, but I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about why I do the anchor braids. So with the anchor braids, I actually sew the wig onto those two braids. I do that because it gives it a little more firm stability on the head so that it's not as much tension around the edges, causing the edges to pull out, because when you only have adhesive, it's a very high risk that the edges will come out. So I sew that in those areas because most of the time there's not going to be a part right there, so no one really cares. You can still pull it up, you can still part it, just no one's going to part that low close to the ear. So that's why I feel like you can sew it right there to help avoid the loss of edges, honey. I say that because since I've been dealing with frontals and I've talked to multiple people about their experiences with frontals, and the most common thing they say is that their edges came out. So therefore, I make it my business to, stop that cycle. I want to make sure that I protect your hair, protect your edges, everything up under the the hairstyle. So I make it my business to make sure that your edges are still intact, okay? So after I'm done with that first braid, I continue to braid. However, I don't make all of the other braids go in the same pattern. I actually, after that first anchor braid, I start to braid straight to the back. Okay, so now that I have finished braiding her down and she's good and flat, I'm going to take one leg of the leggings and I'm going to cut that off. I cut it off, leaving a little bit of the thick part on because it gives me, more grip, and it keeps it from rolling back, so I don't have to put in as much work. Okay, so now you guys, you're going to take that same leg and you're going to place it over her head. Really, Deja? Place the leg over the... Okay, but anyways, you guys, you're going to place that leg over her head and place it over her ears as well. Don't worry about them being over her ears because as you can see, I'm cutting little holes in the leggings so that she has a little breathing room in there. So you're going to cut those holes in both the left and the right side. Not only is it more comfortable for the client, but it also keeps the leggings from rolling back. So it makes it stay flat and melted into her scalp. Okay, now that I've cut a hole on both the left and the right side, I'm now taking my Got2b and I am outlining her edges. You want to make sure that you outline her edges exactly how they already are. You don't want to put it too far in front of the hairline and you don't want to put it too far behind the hairline. After you have the Got2b all the way across her hairline, now you're going to place your client under the dryer for about 15 minutes. While my client is sitting under the dryer, I'm taking a little bit of Nairobi foam and I'm putting it all over the frontal. I am about to begin to pluck it, but right now I want to make sure all of the hairs are laying in the same direction and that everything is going as smooth as possible. That way I have no nicks and I don't rip the lace. Right now I'm doing kind of a wild pluck because it's very thick in one area. So I'm about to pluck that out really fast. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm now finished plucking, and as you can see, that hairline is bomb. Look how it fades back. I plucked about 3 to 4 rows because it is a frontal wig, so it doesn't go back that far. But yeah. My client is now from under the dryer, and now I'm going to go in and I'm going to cut all of the excess leggings off that I don't need. Any part of the stockings that will be in the way of the frontal, I'm getting rid of it. Now that I have cut off all of the excess leggings, I'm now going to take the color Fawn LA Pro Girl Concealer, and I'm going to put that all over a beauty blender. I'm going to dab that onto the cap to make it skin color. those stockings are melted right into her scalp. And I didn't record this part, but I did also sew across the top of the cap where I think the frontal will end. After you've applied the skin color makeup on, you're now going to take a alcohol swab or Kleenex with alcohol on it, anything you can to get all of the excess makeup off that may be on the skin. And then you can take the blow dryer and blow dry it. Just make sure everything is still intact and that you didn't lift anything up with the alcohol. Okay, now I'm just going around and I'm pressing around everything, making sure everything is tight and everything is laid down and everything is flat. I'm now ready to apply the wig. And I'm placing it where it needs to be placed. I'm making sure that I place it in front of the hairline so that when I get ready to sew on the anchor braids, it won't pull it back too far. So I have my client to hold it on both sides. She holds it while I comb back any hair that may be in the way of laying this frontal to perfection. So after having my client to hold it, I can now part it and I can start sewing it on that anchor braid that I was telling you guys about. I go up into the tip of the anchor braid and then I come back down halfway. I don't go all the way because I don't want it to be too thick. So I come back halfway and then I just cut it off. So now I'm going to go in on the opposite side and I'm going to do the same thing. Under the sun. Okay, you guys, so now that I have sewed it on both sides, I'm now ready to apply this lace, y'all. Yes, we're finally to the fun part, so stay tuned to see the finished look. So for this install, you guys, I am using lace grip. With my lace grip, I take it and I apply small dots, very small dots around the hairline, and I use the tip of the glue to spread it so that number one, it dries quicker, and number two, I don't use as much. Okay, so I usually try to apply 3 to 4 layers of glue to my client's hairline. However, depending on your preference, you apply as many as needed. Okay, now that the glue has dried clear, I'm now going to pull my client's frontal down as far as needed. Make sure that it's laying flat, but do not pull it too tight. Let it lay naturally. I can't stress that enough. Now you're going to take your blow dryer, blow dry it on cool, but you're going to blow dry the entire hairline, just making sure everything is intact and laying as flat as possible. You actually now can take the comb and you can comb it back, press down in the areas that the glue is, just making sure everything is intact. Okay, so now that I have made sure that it's glued down on all the sides, I can now go in and I'm going to cut the lace off. I make sure that I cut it in a zigzag pattern so that it's not straight across, and it gives a more natural hairline than a harsh straight across hairline. I'm just going to continue to cut the lace. I'm going around her ear now, framing it and making sure that it fits nicely and comfortably. Sometimes people have an issue with the lace laying down behind the ear. It's all about how much you cut off. You have to actually frame it to your client's ear. You can't just cut it straight. Go around the ear. Okay, so now I'm taking very small sections and I'm pressing it down with the tip of my comb, making sure that everything is flat as possible and that everything is laying smoothly. You don't want any buckles. If you have buckles, that means you have made the frontal too tight. I just want you guys to take a minute and admire how laid that frontal already is. Y'all, that is pure scalp. When doing a part on a frontal, you want to make sure that it's very clean and neat. The more clean and neat it looks, the better illusion it gives the frontal. When plucking, you want to make sure that you're taking your time. I literally pull maybe 1 to 2 strands out at a time. Okay, you guys, so we're going to have a little part appreciation right here. I mean, it looks really good right now, but I'm going to go in and pluck a few more areas that I see need to be pulled out. So stay tuned. The finished look is coming up. Next, we're going to have the laying of the baby hair. So I want you guys to pay very close attention. I just cut at a random kind of technique. I don't have a specific way that I cut it, but I just make sure that none of the hairs are the same length. When laying the baby hairs, I take the same foam, the Nairobi foam, and I use that. You have to move quick though, because once it's on there, if you don't move fast, it will lift the lace. Now that I've laid the baby hairs on one side, I'm going to move to the other side. I like for my baby hairs to be even, so I'm going to make sure that I put 3 on this side because I did have 3 on the other side. Under the sun. Okay, now that I have finished her baby hairs, I am now going to put her under the dryer. I'm molding her down as flat as possible so that that frontal completely melts down. And don't worry about the stockings that are sticking out in the back. I'm going to cut those off at the very end. My client is back from under the dryer. I sat her under there for about 15 minutes, but as you can see, that frontal is now completely melted into her skin. My client wanted curls today, so we're going to use my Bailey's Pro curlers, and we're going to give her some big bombshell curls. Okay, you guys, we finally come to the end, and I'm now just raking my fingers through my client's hair, giving her the desired look that she wants. If you would you please like, share, comment, and subscribe? As always, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. If you have Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Lizzie Love Hair. I'm on Facebook as Deja Prude, and my website is www.lizzielovehairextensions.com.